Oh, this is going to be a good one. Marcus Fuentes 9-4. He's coming for
God.
He's coming for Daniel
He's
Charles
coming for
Frank.
your title. He's
No,
coming for Mr.
dude,
Toro Cup.
DFC stole that.
That's
He
true.
now
That's
has
true.
DFC has the most wins currently at what, 11?
Yeah, that's true.
And
Most-
Fuentes with 9 coming up quick.
Yeah, most wins, most overall matches. Both
am I
of
at
those
now?
are DCF.
I think he stole it from me a couple Toro Cups ago. I need to get back out there and reclaim that title.
Ooh, okay,
It's good to
so
see some
look,
repeats here, though, man.
both these guys
Jack 2-0.
competed last night,
They did.
and both of these guys finished their opponents in style.
Wow.
With their signature moves. Marco by an arm lock, this time a Kimura, and Jack by heel hook, which
Great
he's had
hip
a
switch
lot of
to
success
avoid.
with in the past. Quick rubber guard on display for Jack Reynolds.
I like that little hip switch trying to get out of the legs, but Jack is able to close his guard.
Marco is very active as a competitor.
Oh, he's going right into that rubber guard. Guillotine, is that what it's called?
Hindulatine.
Hindulatine.
Yeah, is what you're thinking of, courtesy of Mr. Ben Eddie. And he's looking at that, and it looks good. It looks good.
If he can lock his hands together, I know he uses the circle lock to hit it. There's a
It
very
takes a little
specific.
bit.
There's a very specific grip you have to use to do this.
You also have to kind of tilt over. Yeah, the grip is very
That
important.
elbow is also way too low. Both your elbows have to be high in a V to be able to actually finish this. So he needs to get connected and get that high left elbow. There's the high left elbow.
There it is. 37 seconds to go until
Now,
submission bonus time. Jack Reynolds on this Hindulatine right now.
Marco
and
Fuentes, I like this defense, though, kind of
me too,
hipping out
me
to
too.
the side.
And typically with a move like the Hindulatine, if it's gone this long and there's no tap, it's not really in. Somewhere it's lacking.
He's doing good fighting. Looks like he is able to survive. One of the few, he's very smart about trying to get over this knee line.
Yeah, well, that's good rubber guard defense. That's just good counterplay.
There's a crafty one, too, to get over that knee, and you hit a barrel roll.
Reynolds is vibrating with how much he's squeezing this.
Trying to get that.
Yeah.
Marcus Fuentes being very patient here. There's a tricky roll through you can do to try to undo the lock in a barrel roll also once you're over the knee.
It's a Hail Mary type defense.
And there it goes.
Man, Marco Fuentes just iron-willed through that. Now he's jumped on the head of Jack Reynolds.
He wants to teach Jack a more classic front head method.
Oh, my goodness, and he's really on it.
He needs to try to close that guard up. There's too much distance between his chin and the lock, right? He has to cut that angle and connect his chin. That guard is closed. That's what you're looking for. Let's see if he can get the angle.
Ooh.
That is looking tight. We've seen one closed guard arm in already today. Jack getting good pressure upward, able to turn it over to mount.
Dang. Fuentes turning over into mount.
Pure high hands.
It does look like Reynolds got some air there. It looks like he bought himself some air, but he's getting deeper.
Hands come unlocked.
Oh, and there
Immediately
it is.
on another attack.
He turned with lightning speed.
He's like, I feel an arm behind me. Maybe he's looking for the straight arm. Jack's arms look pretty.
You know what he's looking for.
Jack's arms look pretty thick. I don't know if he's going to hit just a classic straight, but I could be wrong. He's trying to put it behind him.
Yeah, he's trying to move the knuckles to the back.
He's almost giving up bottom position just to try. And he steps over.
Yeah, Fuentes is very flexible. He had that big step over Kimura finish from the half guard in one of his previous Toro Cup matches as well.
I don't think I've seen that where he was almost trying to pull him off and then step over like that.
He's like cradling him. Yeah.
He's trying to force him basically to roll through to get that hand behind the back.
Yeah, look how jacked Jack is. You just see every individual.
That's actually his nickname. It's not his real first name.
Reynolds.
No, just kidding.
It's like Jack, and then it's just D is the nickname. Jack D Reynolds.
Oh, yeah. We should get credit for that. If he does that, we need a... I will say not a bad position for Jack to be in when he's talking about points, but this isn't the ideal half guard, I'm sure. He needs to get his right hand back and start building effective frames.
You see Marco trying to get his weight back more towards the head so he can flatten Jack out. Almost like a twister side control pass. Oh, Reynolds is on a heel now, and this is one of his best looks. He's so good at this entry. This is how he won his fight to win match. Points are on, but I don't think Jack Reynolds is thinking about points right now.
Good counter.
Oh, and toe hold counter for Fuentes.
He did.
Neutralizes the game, and he looks at a shoulder crunch arm bar.
He did trick Marco into bottom position.
Really good detail there, too, if you watch that shoulder crunch attempt, the way Marco tilts his head into the arm. I think a lot of people don't realize how crucial that is for keeping that arm inside.
Well, one thing here is I'd like to see a higher elbow. See how low that elbow is? And Jack's arm was able to slip out because that elbow was too low. I missed that points because that sweep started in the outside of the points period.
Beautiful double leg by Fuentes and a beautiful gator roll by Reynolds. This match is everything I thought it would be.
Because Fuentes was in top position and then got swept down to bottom. But that, again, it was initiated in the non-points period.
Now he's in top again, looking at that front head.
Jack taking some big deep breaths right now.
Yeah, Jack, if I'm not mistaken, he had the quicker finish last night of the two. I think Marco's match went 7 minutes before he got the finish, whereas Jack was able to pick up the finish in about 15 seconds.
He looks to sit up, but just offers up that crossface. He does have an underhook of his own, though, does Jack.
And he's got the butterfly hook.
Beautiful. And he just overcommitted on that butterfly hook.
He almost salvaged it with that roll through.
He did, but he was hooking, and he just extended too quickly on that hook. He didn't stay sticky enough. And Fuentes was able to hop off that hook a little bit. Some deep breathing down there right now. There's some deep breathing on bottom from Jack.
2.5 minutes.
Fuentes with good upper body control. Let's see if he can turn this into 3 points. Again, I haven't seen much effective three-quarter mount.
Yeah, it's been a position that's come up time and time again today.
Smart on Fuentes not sitting back on that guillotine and falling for that. He's really making Jack reach for these sweeps right now. Like, Jack carried his weight there for a good 3 seconds trying to go for the butterfly sweep, but was unsuccessful. That has to be exhausting.
Jack doing a good job right now of getting up onto his side, not getting flattened out and putting his weight over on this overhook. He is effectively using this overhook, and that time he managed to get the full roll through. Kind of ended up in deep half. I think he more so wanted to end up facing the back.
And to be fair, this might be the first time he's gone for butterfly sweeps like this and has felt the hips of Marco Fuentes.
Yeah.
Right. That is a different feeling when you try to butterfly sweep somebody and their hips are just left, right, left, right. And if you overcommit or undercommit at all, there's no longer a butterfly sweep.
Marco Fuentes up by 2 with 1 minute on the clock, significantly less now, 50 seconds.
He's been using those hips very effectively.
Jack Reynolds did have the closest, in my opinion, the closest submission of this match with that Hindulatine from rubber guard. but it's very hard to get the finish with the guillotine when your other leg's not involved. Your arm placement has to be pretty perfect.
Jack very much kind of succumbing to this pressure.
Yeah, you can see him melting a little bit. Sucks to see. But these guys both competed last night. They're both, I imagine, pretty tired, feeling the heat of the weekend. But what warriors? Looks like Marco Fuentes is going to pick up his 10th Toro Cup win.
Almost getting a submission at the end there.